a retro gamer and hobbyist artist with a lot of nerve. Crolister, the master of ponage. Hi guys, Crolister here with part 6 of the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Let's Play, which will focus on Canalave City Gym and how to get the Riolu egg. I've been learning a lot about how to take care of computers and enhance the computer experience the right way by watching other videos on YouTube. As you can see, there's no taskbar in this video, no green line blocking it, because I selected to automatically hide it while I'm running apps, so I can do a proper full screen apart from the window icons in the upper right. And as you can see, I have a Raichu with me now. I lucked out and found a Thunderstone in the Grand Underground 1 digging session, so I caught a Pichu and evolved it all the way into a Raichu. So yeah, I'll be using the Raichu as my electric type from now on in the playthrough. Like I said I would. Luxray is acceptable, it's slow, and its physical attack is greater than its special, apart from which it doesn't really learn a lot of good physical electric type moves. Whereas Raichu is good at both, and is a lot faster, if you're alright to trade that out for being frail. So, you know. I also got a bunch of max repels, so I can, progress in my playthrough without having to worry as much about wild Pokemon. Let's see what's on the other side of this short surf stream here. Giga Drain. My Torterra already learned that move, though, on its own. So, you know. You do need to surf to get Giga Drain, not necessarily for the X accuracy. Alright, so what I'm actually going to do here, what I really want to do, I was just kind of fumbling around and lost in what to really do. We're going to go into the Cemetery Tower, which I purposely skipped in the episode where I did the Veilstone City Gym. The Cemetery Tower is where you get Strength, which will be your next unlocked hidden move after you beat the 6th gym. There are some trainers we're gonna battle on our way up to the summit of this tower. This youngster I just beat has a Stunky, a Kricketune, and a Shellos. And after you battle him, you can get an Oval Stone. You make a Happiny, hold it, and then level her up during the day, and it'll evolve into a Chansey. Odd how you have to make her hold it instead of just using it like other Evo Stones. That's how it works, though. This Roughneck has a Cleffa. Kind of funny how his name's Kirby, and he has a Cleffa, which is a pink, somewhat Kirby-ish Pokemon, in a way. You picture a Roughneck to have a Pokemon that would be scarier, like the one that's on the back of their jacket, Gyarados. Oh well. The Pokefan has a couple of Pichus and a Pikachu. And this one has a Bonsly. Hers has Sturdy. And then we have some double battles in this floor. The Bell and Paw have a Buizel and a Ponyta. Here's an item. Low Sweep. Spoiler alert, I taught that move to my Lucario after I recorded this episode. The young couple on this floor have a Murkrow and a Misdreavus, opposite Pokemon by version. You can only find Murkrow in Diamond and Misdreavus in Pearl. And here we are at the top floor. Let's talk to these old ladies here. The one on the left gives you Strength, which will be our next unlocked hidden move. While we're not going to use it in this episode, we will need it to progress to the Snowpoint City. And the one on the right gives you an item as well, a Cleanse Tag. It's a hold item that's supposed to reduce the chance of a random encounter. Alright, let's get out of this ghostly tower, shall we? Alright, next we're gonna go back to Jubilee City by means of the move Fly, and go west, where we will be arriving at Canalave City, which is where the next gym is. Let's go, Raichu. My Raichu is a girl, by the way. So the tip of her tail is a bit stubby. You can actually go here before you are supposed to go to Canalave. You just can't surf across to get there. In this route gate, there's a fisherman that'll give you an old rod, which, of course, can only ever catch Magikarp. I already got the good rod in the Fieldstone Gym episode. A fisherman on the route we were just in, connecting Hearthome and Salacion Town, gives you that rod. Trying to get my max repels back. Alright, let's do some surfing. I just love how in the Sinnoh games you actually have dashing while on the water. I never even realized that at all in my original Pearl playthroughs. I just thought you surf slowly, and it turns out you can dash while on the water. As you saw, you can get a rare candy there. Rare candies are nice if you're impatient about leveling up. And there are some trainers here. First, I'll deal with this seller. He has a Mantike and a Gyarados. This guy gives you stickers. Then down here we have a guitarist. I already know what he's gonna send out after me, so I made the change. And now I'll whoop him. He has a Luxio. Pretty typical for a electric type kind of trainer class. Let's get some berries. We're gonna put Raichu in the lead now, before we battle the fishermen. The fishermen are optional on this route. I'm gonna battle them anyway, though. After I see what this item here is. It's a honey. You might want to use the honey trees and try to find Pokemon. Especially Burmy and Heracross. It's the only way you can get them in this game. So. He has a pair of Gyarados. And that one has 4 Magikarps and a Gyarados. All 4 of you, your intimidates are in vain. You run into this guy on your way into the Canalave City tunnel. Although I'm not exactly sure, doesn't this guy give you an experience share in the original Diamond and Pearl? In Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the experience game works like it does in Sword and Shield, and you automatically, from the beginning, have experience share, so it's a lot easier to level up your Pokemon and all that in this game. So this is Canalave City. A very harborish place. This ace trainer gives you skill swap. Pretty good Pokeballs available in this store. The repeat ball is supposed to be really good if you want to catch a Pokemon you already registered in the Pokédex. Not that I've ever really used them. This guy is the move deleter. In the older games, this was the only way you could delete hidden moves from your Pokemon. Of course, in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, that's not going to matter nearly as badly. And then we have the hotel up there, which is where the Darkrai event happens. I did all of the mythical Pokemon events in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl in my original playthrough, just for the record. And as soon as you cross the bridge, Barry ambushes you and makes you battle him. So, gotta make sure I prepare for this little brat. He finally evolved his Starly into a Staravia, and as he did before, he does the same exact dirty trick that he did on you in the previous fight back in Pastoria City. A Quick Claw, and Double Team. You dirty blood maple. Well, I came prepared for that because, check it, Shockwave, a move that never misses. Never mess with the master opponent. Shh. I was trying to evolve a Munchlax that I caught in the Grand Underground into a Snorlax as well. I did that after I did this recording. You need Snorlax in the post-game for a Pokécheck, you see. Here's a Heracross. You can only get it in these games through honey trees, and they're like the second rarest Pokemon from them, only above Munchlax. I remember trying to find one in my original playthroughs. Took several days. Unnecessary critical hits. And I'll finish with my male Gardevoir. Yeah. Just for the record, I cut another route after I got this Gardevoir, and it's also a boy, so I can still get Gallade later. I'm just using Gardevoir because I need a fairy type. That'll be important for Cynthia's Spiritomb. Alright, now we can cross the bridge. We're gonna go into Canalave Library in the next episode. You need to go there after you get the Mind Badge. Empty house. This is where you start the Cresselia event in the National Pokédex postgame. And you can talk to the sailor there at any moment to go to Iron Island. We're gonna do that after I get the gym badge, though. In this video, I mean. Alright, let's, take on the gym. This is a Steel-type gym, so Torterra will be good to use here. This gym is easy, in my opinion, compared to the Hearthome City gym. You gotta battle some trainers and ride some lamps all around until you get to the leader. This black belt has a Steelix. Steelix has significant physical defense, and some of them have the ability Sturdy. That's what you really need to watch out for. This worker just has an Onyx, not exactly a Steel type, just a pre-evolution of one. Close enough. A lot of the trainers in this gym are unavoidable. This guy has a Skorupi and a Steelix. No Sturdy. It's another one of those maze-like gyms, like the one in Pastoria City. It's still a lot easier to navigate than the one in Veilstone City. That one took me a while. This guy has a pair of Onyx. He has an Onyx and a Steelix. She just has an Azumarill, which is kind of weird for a Steel-type gym. Alright, here's the Master Elevator, and we are ready to confront the gym leader now, Byron. Byron is actually the father of Roark, the first gym leader in this region, which is interesting. This is easy compared to Fantina, though you are going to deal with Sturdy in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. He opens with a Bronzor. This will be easy, since I got Crunch on my Torterra. And the Steel type doesn't resist Dark and Ghost type moves anymore. A much needed nerf, because Bronzor was pretty annoying in the original Diamond Pearl. For their defenses and the combination of Confuse Ray and Hypnosis. Black. Alright, then he has a Steelix, and unlike the Steelix owned by the trainers we fought in this gym already, this one does have Sturdy. I hate that ability so much. And you know, gym leaders, if you weaken their Pokemon down to the red, they're gonna whoop out a medicinal item that heals it faster than they can be lowered. I mean, for cripe's sake, he has a full restore. And as long as its health is full, Sturdy will take into effect. It's not single use per battle like a Focus Sash is. At least Torterra doesn't have to worry about the Sandstorm. Now he has a Hyper Potion. That still restores it entirely. That was a crit. Just get out already. All you're doing is delaying the inevitable. And then his ace Pokemon is a Bastiodon, which also has Sturdy. So... I'm just gonna use Bullet Seed to start. There's no point in using any other move. That wouldn't knock it out in one turn, even if it hit with all 5 hits. And then it has a Citrus Berry as well. So you managed to lower my special defense. That's not really going to help much. This would be double weak against ground if it wasn't for the freaking Sturdy ability, you know. That's still better than getting outspeed with every single Pokemon in my whole party and getting hit with Confuse Ray. So there you go. We beat Byron and are getting the Mime Badge. With the Mime Badge, we'll be able to use Strength as a hidden move. Traded Pokemon up to level 70 should obey us. And we'll get stickers and Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon might be good for Lucario to use, especially with the existence of the Fairy type. Though I have my Poison type with Crobat, so, you know. After you get the badge and exit the gym, Barry tells you to follow him to the Canalave library. That's what you're to do after you get the badge for the story, and that'll be our start in the next episode. What I'm going to do now to finish this episode up, though, is go to Iron Island and get the Riolu egg. Iron Island is pretty misty, I see. This is supposed to be Byron's house. He'll appear in it in the post-game and give you a metal code, I believe. Alright, we're not going to navigate the entire Iron Island cave. We're just gonna grab a few items and get right to where we actually need to be. So, you're gonna go into the right chamber. Super Repel. I can already get max repels, though, from the Veilstone department store, so, yeah. Here's a required trainer to navigate this path. She has a Staravia and a Cherub. I was kind of distracted by that item. It's just an escape rope. That's not where I need to go. The workers in this part are optional. I just want my Lucario, alright? We'll just, try to avoid them. I know what trainers you do need to battle, necessarily. I played the game more than once. Iron Tail. Iron. Obviously, for the setting we're in. Alright, let's head back and go in the other path. And there he is, Riley. We're gonna pair up with him and navigate this tunnel. There are some trainers that can optionally be fought as double battles, some of which are unavoidable. So let's just get them out of the way here. This one has a Zubat, a Golbat, and an Onix. See the other one. And he has a Graveler and a Machoke. Same as with Cheryl, Riley will automatically restore your Pokemon in between battles. So, no need to worry about your Pokemon status whatsoever. You can't even get some of the items in here until after the quest is done, due to the place that the trainers walk up to you at, like down here. That worker has an onyx and a steelix. And that one has a Geodude, an Onyx, and a Graveler. Since he had to walk up to me like that, I can't get the item that was behind him. And then we got Ace Trainers. This guy has a Ponyta, a Haunter, and a Float Soul. Let's see what the girl has. A Pelipper and a Sudowoodo. Then right here we have a pair of Galactic Grunts. I'm gonna save the game before I battle them so I can restart in case my Riolu got Steadfast instead of Inner Focus. Which, just for the record, it did not. I lucked out and got Inner Focus, the ability I wanted. So yeah, let's battle these Galactic Goons alongside an Aura Guardian. So they open with a Glameow and a Zubat. Riley, of course, has a Lucario. I'm just gonna go for the Zubats right away, cause they're just really annoying if you're not careful around them. And Golbat's even worse. Force Palm was able to OHKO the Glameow. Very good. So we got a Krogunk and another Zubat. Like, seriously. Torterra's not weak against poison, at least. And then we have a Golbat. Like, wow. Seriously, wow. Wow. So the Zubat lover is out of Pokemon, so we only have one target in this case. I didn't want to use Earthquake, because that would kill the Lucario for sure. Keep in mind that in double battles, Earthquake hits all Pokemon, including your ally. And then we got Stunky. Bullet Seed lets me down. And it did, in fact, have Aftermath, as I figured. Well, at least we got those guys out of the way. Alright, so as an award for helping you complete this quest, Riley will entrust you with a Pokemon egg. You can refuse the egg and then come back and get it later if you're that picky about Lucario's ability. Like I said, I lucked out and got the ability I wanted. So, in the next episode of the Let's Play and onwards, I'll be using the Lucario. Lucario's a great Pokemon for Torterra playthroughs. It's not really necessary if you're doing an Infernape playthrough. If you're doing Torterra or Empoleon playthroughs, though, you definitely want a Lucario. Great Pokemon. Just a pain to raise it. Because obviously, Riolu's level 1 and evolves by happiness nearly during the day and all that. And then there's a shiny stone, so you can evolve a Roselia into a Roserade, or a Togetic into a Togekiss. And yeah, that wraps up this episode. Consider subscribing, or at least checking out my channel if you like any of the franchises listed, because I play and talk about them a lot, and want to continue doing so for my channel. I am a hobbyist artist that makes fan art of different game characters and franchises I like, and will occasionally come out with some Let's Plays of mostly retro games that I feel like are worth playing for support on my channel. I have quite a lot in mind, so consider checking me out if you are interested. And the next episode of this Let's Play will come up in about a week or so. I am Crolister, Master of Ponage. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more content, and I will see you guys very soon.